Hey there, YouTube Nation. Knife Guy Rick here with another knife review. Today we have a Spyderco Para 3 Lightweight. This is a knife that I have been carrying for a few months now and wanted to go ahead and do a review on it. See if maybe this is something that you would want to carry. I think there's some great things about this knife and maybe some things to consider before purchasing it. As always, I want to go through the box right here first. I know if you're buying the knife used or if you're buying it from different websites, it's always nice to know what kind of box it comes in, especially with these Spydercos. These Spydercos are one of the most counterfeited, not American-made knives. So this is an American-made knife, and there are a lot of counterfeits out there. A lot of them are more of the Paramilitary too. I think that was the most popular one, but just something to keep in mind, okay? So this is the normal size standard box that they all come in. Just says Spyderco, kind of the basic information, Golden, Colorado, USA. Right here, here's that made in the USA with, you got your code and everything. And this is the Para 3 lightweight, all black version. And, this is a nice box. I think I bought this one on Blade HQ, and it came in a good sturdy, box. There's nothing on this side. And, so nothing was damaged. So here it is, opened it up. This is the plastic that it came in. It was already, open. I don't even think it was really sealed. Then you get a little cool sticker. And then right here is some basic information. And then a nice little, kind of a foam thing. Nothing on the inside. So just, it's always nice. They say to check this for spelling errors and things like that, because they go to quite a bit of length to counterfeit these. So checking to make sure all the writings, if it seems like it's too good of a deal, it might be. So you just, you want to make sure you're buying stuff from reputable sites. I will say a lot of people will buy Spydercos on Amazon, and the problem is they have such a good return policy, and the guys working at the distribution centers might not be checking to see if someone bought a real one, slipped in a fake, and returned it. So just something to keep in mind if you're going to buy these on Amazon. So nice box, looks good, looks clean. Again, I mean, we buy knives for knives, not for the box. So, but there you go. I'll keep the boxes just so that way if I ever want to sell it or, give it to someone, I like having the box. So this is the Paramilitary 3 by Spyderco, lightweight, made in the USA. The blade length here is basically just under 3 inches. So the original Para 3 was a 3-inch blade, and this lightweight one just comes under 3 inches. There are states, or maybe not really states, but different cities and municipalities that will state that you need to have a blade no larger than 3 inches and above. So this falls into that realm. So that way, for legality reasons, you can carry this knife legally, just depending on where you live. So always check your local laws. It's a full flat ground blade, very similar to the Paramilitary 2. This one right here is coated. So it's funny, it's called their DLC coating, and that stands for diamond-like carbon. So I just like the idea of having an all coated blade. This was sort of my first blacked out knife that I bought, and I've been using it, and it's been holding up pretty well. When I got it out of the box, it was all chalky. And you can kind of see a little bit of it, like in here, then that groove, the chalkiness. The whole blade was like that, like just sort of chalky. And then when I got my, oil on it from my hand, the chalkiness sort of goes away. It's sort of interesting. But I've cut quite a few boxes open with this. I tried cleaning it, but you can see there's a little bit of stuff on there. But I really like it. I think the coating's held up nice. So you have your little squiggly marks there, Golden, Colorado, USA, planet Earth, trying to make the best knives in the galaxy. Spyderco, and then this is the CTS BD1N, not to be confused with BD1. There are two different types of steel. So we'll talk a little bit more about the steel later. The overall size of this knife is it's just under 7.5 inches. So I think it's 7.21 inches, and that's open, obviously. The handle is 3.4 inches, and that is the length closed. So the overall weight is 2.5 ounces, which is considered to be very light. The handle is that FRN, which is the fiberglass reinforced nylon. Basically, you know, a fancy plastic. Some people complain about those, right? Complain about, oh, it's a plastic handle, I don't like it. It felt a little weird when I first got it just because it's so light. It felt a little strange how light it was, but it fits really good in the hand. I have large size hands, and it fits really good in the hand and even sticks out a little bit. And then you have the ability to sort of choke up on it like that. And I mean, it's a really nice, I think, size. And it feels good. It feels sturdy. It feels the thickness, everything about it. It's actually really nice. This is that three-directional or 360 direction texture. So it's like a spider web, which is kind of cool, right? Spyderco spider web. And it has the texture. It feels very textured. I know some people say, oh, you know, these FRN handles are slippery. I feel like this has a lot more grip than a lot of knives that are, aluminum handles. And I don't have an issue with it at all. It feels very grippy to me, the right amount of grip. It's not gonna, cut up your hands, but it's not too slick. And I have a lot of knives that are aluminum handles that are a little bit slippery, or titanium handles that are a little bit slippery. So I like this. So, it's super strong. I can't press on it at all. The blade's open and it's not going anywhere. So it feels very sturdy. There's the blade again. You can see that texturing. And it has this little flat spot right here. So that way the clip comes down on that flat spot on both sides. It makes it a little bit easier for it to go in and out of your pocket. It's also, the deep carry clip, which I do like that. I like that deep carry clip. I'm just kind of showing you what it looks like. And, the famous back lock there. And everything's blacked out, everything's blacked out on this. So I think they did a really nice job of it. You can see inside of them, kind of the structure. It has really good, I think, action on it, It has better action out of the box and after using it than my Paramilitary 2. So that's definitely something that I was kind of surprised. And I, you read a lot about it, and people say, oh, the problem with the FRN handles is that they're not as sturdy or as strong or as beefy, and the action isn't as good as it is on the G10. And the truth is G10 is still kind of almost a type of plastic in a certain way too. So, G10 is still, it's not like it's titanium or something like that, but I love it. I don't have any issues with the action at all or with these handles. And that was something I was worried about when I bought it because it was my first FRN handle. I really like that it's not exactly 3 inches, that it's just under. So that way, if I ever go anywhere that requires me to have a blade under 3 inches, it's in that realm. I think we'll talk a little bit more about the steel, but I like to kind of go ahead and compare this to a few other knives just to kind of give you a little bit of a size, so you can see it if you're thinking about it. So there's the big brother, the Paramilitary 2. So there you go. Here is one I've recently done a review on. So there is the you know, the 945 Benchmade Osborne. And you'll notice, you know, obviously this looks a lot smaller than the Para 2, but it still is not completely dwarfed. And when you look at this, it is really funny to think that these two blades are the exact same length. You know, especially look how much shorter the handle is. You know, I mean, it feels like it's quite a bit shorter when you compare it, but the blades are the same. The blade size is the same. So, you know, which is one of the things I like about this knife, is that it is under 3 inches, but it feels like a larger knife, which I enjoy. Some people might like this better because it's slimmer and falls into the pocket a little bit. Here's another example, and this is the Eros. It's the CRKT. It's the Ken Onion design Eros. And this blade is the same thing. This blade is under 3 inches. It's, you know, that 2.93. So all three of these blades are the same. This obviously is, you know, just under 3.5. And I think that gives you a good comparison. You'll notice, you know, this handle's a little bit beefier than obviously the Osborne, but you know, the Para 3 lightweight, I think obviously is bigger than both. So, you know, these two are sported more as gentlemen's knives, right? And this is just sort of an everyday working knife that's a little bit smaller. I think that what I've heard a lot of people say is that they love the PM2 and they just realize that it's a little bit bigger than they want to carry, everyday carry. I like this PM2. It fits really well in my jeans, and I find it to be really light. You'll notice I moved the clip here to the back. This is the standard clip it comes with. So it comes standard tip down. I put it over here to do tip up. I actually have a new clip coming in the mail, and I'm going to do a review on this when I get it. But I really like this knife, and it fits really good in a pair of jeans, and I don't feel like it's too big or bulky at all. But, you know, it's springtime and dare I say, you know, almost summer. And I'm starting to think about wearing shorts, you know, and enjoying our summer weather we're going to be having soon. And I like, you know, at that point in shorts, this is too big. And so this really, it's light, it's smaller. You know, really comparing these two is a fun thing to do because you'll see it, it's kind of dwarfs it a little bit, but it, you know, it's lighter. It fits in the shorts a lot better, and it still gives you the same, you know, the same kind of cutting that you've come to love here with the Spydercos, if any of you have had them. So if you have a Paramilitary 2 and you wear this in your jeans all the time and you're, you know, it's summertime and you're like, man, I need something lighter and smaller, this Para 3 is perfect. I really do like this clip. I think some people complain about this wire clip. I don't have an issue with it. It works just fine for me. And again, sometimes I just drop it in my pocket and I don't even, you know, clip it. But the clip is nice, and the clip works really well in a pair of shorts. And hitting on that smooth spot in the center seems to work just fine. I haven't had any issues with this texture, tearing up my shorts or anything like that. So, you know, it's a good knife. So I would definitely suggest it. Let's talk about the blade a little bit while we're here. So I guess comparing it again, this is the S45VN. So, you know, I think when these originally came out, they were S30V, and then they went to S35V, and now you can get S45VN, you know, which is a special, you know, powder coated steel that gives it that really long edge retention and all of those fun things. This steel here, this BD1N is a Japanese steel. It is not a, you know, powder coated steel. So, you know, so it doesn't have that type of edge retention that you're getting from the S35 or S30V. So where does this fit in? A lot of you might have the Delica 4, Spyderco Delica, and it it has, I think, VG10 steel, which is another Japanese steel that is considered to be better than Oz 8, you know, or possibly better than Oz 10, depending on who you're talking to. But that's VG10. And what this BD1N is above that. So I've seen videos where people have actually tested this steel, and it would fall right in between. Basically, the S30V was better, and the VG10 was just below this. So, you know, this is, you know, in between the two. So I guess that's good to know. This knife cost me $130 at Blade HQ, which seems to be the going rate for it. I think that's, you know, that seems to be a fair price. I mean, if you don't, you know, if you really want that S30V, you know, I think the Spyderco Maddox has an S30V for same price, 130. And I don't know if that's on their lightweight. It might be. But it's, you know, it's, to me, I really like this steel. I haven't had any issues with it. I've opened up quite a few boxes, and it, you know, it really slices. Again, I think the blade shape of this really lends to that really well, but I was surprised at how good this steel, you know, it holds up. And it is a stainless steel, so, you know, if you live in a high humid area, you know, it's good to know. And this is also coated, so it gives it a little bit of added protection there. But I think it's great, you know. I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I think for me, it fits the bill. You know, you have the deep carry pocket clip that's prioritized over the lanyard hole. I don't really use lanyard holes, so I'm not, you know, too worried about it, but it's there if you need it. I don't have an issue with this wire clip. There's some people that hate this wire clip, but, you know, you can get a Lynch Northwest makes custom, really nice custom pocket clips for these, for Spydercos and other knives, that you could buy and put on this if that was an issue for you. Actually, I think you can buy this knife on their website, and it'll automatically come with the Lynch Northwest pocket clips. So that's something to think about if that's what you want to do. I actually have a Northwest, or a Lynch Northwest pocket clip coming for my Spyderco Para 3 or Para 2 that I will be doing a review on later. But for me, I really like this knife. I would definitely suggest getting it. To me, it fits the bill. It fits in my hand really well. It's nice and light. It has great action. I feel like it's well priced, and it's made of good quality materials, made here in the USA. I don't really know what else there is to say, you know. I think it's a winner. So if you're getting ready to pull out the shorts and you know, want a nice you know, a functional knife for everyday carry during the summer in a pair of shorts, then I think this is a winner. I think it's a good one to check out. So anyway, as always, stay sharp out there, and like, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you soon.